Hey everyone, in this video we'll see how to fetch the data from new NSE India site without updating the cookies manually. It means we can get the cookies automatically using the Python code, and with that cookies the data will be updated. And we move on, how to do, people who just interested in final products can just purchase this from my eBay store using the link provided in the description. This product is basically option chain analysis and fetches option chain for all expiries and for all the stocks. You can see here. So for all the stocks and also for all the expiries, whatever expiries available in the NS India site, and based on the button click, generally if you change the symbol list, it will automatically fetch the data, and if you change the expiry, we just need to click the refresh button. And in addition, it fetches full option data, that is open, high, low, close, and also the futures data with open HLC, I mean OHLC data for that. So you can click on this, and here you can see. So basically, I added a filter here for open equal to high and open equal to low also, so that this will help for any option data with anything matching open, high, low, or something like that. Say for example, this is Nifty index data, and I just filtered for today's expiry. I'm going to filter for that, and so this will have all the filters whatever available. Okay, and so open, high, if we match anything, we'll get to know. So these are all the open, high match, and obviously this can be a sell. Okay, and for similarly open, high, low, I mean whatever strategies you want, you can follow with this, or you can use any other formulas also with this. And in addition, like as per our old product, this will be having this trend and interpretation, and also this signal of whether price is up and down or something. And also it will display the complete option chain also, so people who want to do something with the entire option chain data, you can do with that as well. This Excel will fetch the data by automatically updating the cookies. So you no need to update the cookies manually anytime. So whenever if the cookies update needed, it will automatically update using the Python code. And in this video, I'm not going to explain the complete product of this, like how to create this chart or graph and all those things. You can see the multiple graphs created, like a calls change in OA for the top 10, uh, top 5, and this is for puts change in OA, and also the price chart. The multiple charts I have added for this, and you are free to add any charts who are wanted. Okay, and as part of this video, I'm not going to explain how this complete thing is made, but I'll explain you the base concept so that you can develop your own Excel based on that. Okay. Okay. So for that, first you need to create a new PyCharm project. If you don't know how to create a new PyCharm project, you can check out my old videos. It's up to you whether you can create a PyCharm project, or even you can create a virtual environment, or even just a Python program is, I mean, Python installation is good enough. Okay. So once you created a new project, it will be come something like this. Say for example, whatever name you given, and also it will be specified the Python interpreter. Okay, and then you can go to either file settings in if you are using Windows system, and this is MacBook, that's why it is coming under preferences. So what you need to do is you need to install the module called xlwings. You can just click on the plus symbol and give xlwings and click install package. Similarly, you can install the other two modules like requests and then pandas. Okay, and also the Selenium and all those things, will come to that later. Okay, alternatively you can install from here as well, pip install xlwings, so that this will be installing it for you. Okay, so once that is installed successfully, what you can do is you can run this command using xlwings. So basically, I mean, this is similar to what we have done earlier. So earlier, what we have done is from Python, we will be updating it in the Excel using the xlwing module. But now what you're going to do is we are going to connect between Excel and xlwings, I mean, the Python code using the macro. Okay. So say, for example, it will be look similar that you are working in the Excel only, but in the backend, instead of macro or Power Query, we are going to use the Python code. So in this Excel, there is no Power Query, there is no VBA except one or two lines of the code. Okay. So for that, first you need to do install the xlwings and then do xlwings quick start. You just give the name. Since I have this already, I'm just renaming it NSE Data Pool and just give hyphen standalone. Okay, enter it. So it will give you the without error anything, and you can just do ls minus lrt. You can find something called NSE Data Pool folder is created. So if you refresh this thing, you can find the folder called NSE Data Pool. Okay, so you can what you can do is just open this file and click enable macros. Okay, so you can find here nothing is there. So what we can do now is you can see there is a two files created. One is NSE data pool.xlsm and another one is NSE data pool.py. Okay, so this file directly you can execute as a Python file. Don't make any change, just directly run this. Okay, and you should be able to see this. The value is here. Okay, hello xlwings. Now what we have done is if the value is already having hello xlwings, then we are changing it to by xlwings if you're running this second time. So now we are running this second time and this should be changed to by xlwings. Okay, so this you might know already because in our advanced option chain analysis code, we are updating the Excel file using xlwings. Okay, but here what we are doing is basically we are using something called run Python, that is xlwings thing, which has defined a macro. Say you click on developer tab. If you're not seeing developer tab, ensure you go to file options and under the ribbon enable this developer. Then go to Visual Basic. I open multiple files, that is why. So you open your file, that is NSE data pool, and then you can go to modules. So if you see the module here, you can find, so basically there is a macro defined. So this is just a simple code. This will call your Python file and remaining everything will take care. Okay. So what does this will do? First thing, my module. So basically they are taking this workbook name and getting without extension, that is just the name NSE data pool without XLSM. And then they're doing a run Python. Run Python is a macro VBA code written by xlwings, and they're just calling import that module name, that is NSE data thing, and inside that we are calling the main function. So what this will do is it will import this code, that is NSE data pool.py. So ensure that both the Excel file name and the Python file name are same. Okay, so now what they're going to do is they will going to import this file and then they will be importing this main function, executing the main function. So automatically this will be getting updated. Okay, so now let's see how to fetch the data from NS India website. So let me tell you with fetching option chain as an example. Okay, so for fetching option chain of Nifty or Bank Nifty, it doesn't require any cookies. Just header value updating values is good enough to fetch the data. But for fetching other URL, something like sectoral index or even the option chain for the stocks, it may require the cookies update. So let's go one by one. Just for time consumption, I copy the data code what I already have. Okay. So let me take only this code. I comment out this. So underlying XP, let me do for first Nifty. Okay. So the URL is will be like this. We talked about this multiple times in our earlier videos. So option chain indices and underlying XP is basically the Nifty. Okay. So now we are going to get the data equal to requests dot get URL, and we need headers. I will add headers later, and you can give timeout equal to some 10 seconds. Okay, so now let's import this request module. Ensure that you have installed this, and then let's get the headers value. So if you're not knowing this header value, you can get it from the inspect value. From the NS India website, you can right click, do inspect, and get the headers value there. User agent accept, or you can refer my previous video on how to do that. Okay, and then we are taking JSON out of this, and now we are going to convert this into data frame. Okay, pd dot data frame, and then I think this will be coming as our filtered data. Let's import the pandas module. So you can just do import pandas as PD, and then so basically the filter data will contain both PE and CE. So for that I'm going to filter only CE data now. Okay. So what we did is from our filter data, if it is having CE, then we are taking that CE data, and that's it. So you're just going to write it to the seat name. So basically seat we have taken 0. So in our case that is sheet 1, and we are updating into the column A1, and the value is equal to CE data. So that is this data frame we are directly updating. Okay. So now if you see in the Excel sheet, you can see here it is a by xlwings here now, and here you can just click on this one, and this should fetch the data for you and update this one. So we got the data here. Okay. So now let's see how to do this for equities, because for equities we need cookies value. So now let's run this, and we might get resource not found. Okay, because this required cookies. So for updating cookies you need to use Selenium, or alternatively you can do manually update the cookies. I mean get the cookies and store it to somewhere, or for automatic updating you can use Selenium, so that it will open the NS India URL and fetch the cookies and update it for you. Okay, so this I have already explained in one of my earlier videos, so you can check this out. This one, how to fix NS India issue with sorry, not this one. I need to check NS India issue with Python. Okay, so this one. So how to fix NS India issue with Python. So basically, if you go to around something, the time as yeah, you can go through this video. So basically it's from 7 minutes, 7 minute 40 seconds. So we are defining this get session cookies, and we'll be defining the session.get URL. Okay. So since this is already explained, I am directly copy pasting it here. So you can see here I just added the code for get session cookies. So basically we need this Chrome driver, so you can download and put it there. You can download from the Chrome site, or you can refer that video for the more detail. So basically what this will do is it will just open the site, NS India site, and then get the cookies, and that will store it in a file for the future references. I mean I just made it very simple, so just writing it to the file, it is good enough. And then here before calling this, instead of request.get, we need to make a session. So for that what you need to do is first, you need to get the cookies value. So cookies is a dictionary which will get from calling this get session cookies. So you can find here it will return the cookie dict, and session equal to request dot session, and for cookie in cookies. And if the cookie value is in either of this BMSC, NSE App ID, NSE ID, as of now this is good enough. In future, if you want to add anything, you can just keep adding here. Okay, but mostly it won't require. But this is good enough as of now. Okay, and then we are setting the session cookies. All these things I have explained in more detail in that video. You can check out that. Okay, and now we are going to do here session.get, and remaining everything is same. The URL is same, headers and timeout, and everything else is same. So now let's run this. You can observe that it is going to open NS India site. Yeah, so this open NS India site, so that once it opened it will get the cookies value for you. Okay, and then here it will be updating the data. So let's see, I think we just need to update the symbol. So I'm just going to update as Wipro, because this is stock, right? So we are going to update it to Wipro, and just run this. So you can see here this again, it will call this NS India data site, and then wait for this to load, and then get the data, and it is loaded. So you can see here this is Wipro data, and all the entire sheet is coming, and the expiry dates also should be having this. You can see 3rd of February, 24th, 5th, whatever we have given. Okay. Um, okay, so this is with respect to getting the data from um, Python code to Excel. But basically, I mean, this we have seen earlier. But what we need mainly is like how to do this from Excel to Python. Say something like similar to this one. Because if you see in this, in my product, in my code, so what I'm doing here is if I change the symbol here, so if I change it to Bank Nifty, right? So this will fetch the data for you. So you can see here updating expiry dates and fetching OA data and fetching full data. Everything it will be coming here. It will be automatically updating here. Okay. So I'm not running from the Python code. I'm not opening the Python code itself. It's only through the Excel data. Okay. So everything will get updated automatically. Similarly, if I can get the for something a different expiry also. So I can just do this. So it will just fetch the expiry for you and get the full data. Okay. So let's see how to do that in your code. Let's wait for this to finish. So you can see here it will automatically updating the cookies as well. So once cookies is done, it will get the data for you. So depending on some connections, NS India website will return that cookies value faster. Sometime it take more time. Okay. So we got this now. So let's see how we can connect to any button or something like that. Okay. So let's go this NSE data pool. So in your developer section, you can find in Windows, you can find something insert something and click on a button and just do this thing. So we have this sample call that is a module name. Okay, I just assigned it. How does that assign is you go to Visual Basic in your code. I mean, so for NSE data pool, this is a module. Okay, so module the function name is sample call. You can create a different module also. Say for example, fetch OA, and this is good enough. So here you can specify what that button wants to do. So basically you can just copy paste this code and you can write down any function whatever you want. Okay. So now what we are doing is instead of going writing, I mean executing it from the code. So we are going to do it from the button click. So you can rename this button name also. I'm just saying fetch OA. Okay. So I will delete all this data now. And now I'm going to click fetch OA, but it will not work. The reason is the Excel and the macro will not know which Python interpreter and everything to be used. Okay, so for that we have a sheet called underscore xlwings.conf. Okay, so what you need to do is just rename it, that is xlwings.conf. Okay, and then you can find there are multiple values, that is interpreter Windows, interpreter Mac, Python path, conda path, conda env, UDF modules, debugger. So let's not worry about all these things. Okay. So if you are using Windows machine, you can update this Python path. If you are using Mac machine, you can update this path. Okay. So how to find this path? You might have executed this code, right? So there you can see this path, the Python interpreter path. Okay. Just copy this and put it here. That's it. Okay. And also ensure you have updated this as xlwings.conf without that underscore. Okay. So now let's click this fetch OA. So ideally it should open that NS India website again and then wait for the cookies and then update it here. That's it. So hereafter you can update your code as per how you want. Say for example, how this product is made, right? So you can access any value of the sheet by using sheet1 dot value. I mean sheet name dot the range dot value. Okay, and based on this getting value, you can update that. Well, yeah, this is pretty much about this. How to do the fetch the data from new NS India site without manually updating the cookies. And this product you can purchase it from the EastBest store by clicking on the link provided in the description. And if you have any queries, you can drop me an email at tradeexcelling@gmail.com. You can connect to me in Telegram as well, Sunaja at Sunaja. Okay, sorry. And you can join my group as well, Telegram group. Trade Excelling is the group name. You can join this group name in the Telegram. So I generally post updates in the group there. Okay. Well, yeah, thank you so much. We'll meet you in a different video next time. Thanks for watching, and subscribe to the videos.